why didn't you want to be a web developer? Web development now is like huge, like especially
it's pretty hot,
yeah. So I mean, it's a very lucrative field to be in. But why didn't you want to go into web development back in the day?
So I guess like amongst peers while I was in school, there was kind of a negative connotation with people who became web developers. Like they weren't.
In what way?
real.
What do you mean? I'm not following you. Because I don't think when I was in school, nobody was even talking about, oh man, I want to be a web developer. It wasn't even like that. So please explain. I want to know.
Right. I guess back when I was learning Java and C++ and Python, web development was not really popular at the time. Like there was it was PHP, HTML, a little bit of JavaScript, and a little bit of
It was
CSS.
kind of in its infancy still, right? I mean, like not infancy, but what
It
was the last system? It wasn't Netscape and AOL? Like what was the big
This
thing
was
when
still,
you
like,
went?
Firefox
Alta Vista?
and Chrome was
Okay,
still
that's
in
still
use.
that's new. That was okay.
It was new. It wasn't like, current where you have like Angular, Vue.js, React, and
Exactly.
people learn frameworks before they learn JavaScript. Oh,
Right.
it's horrible now.
So you didn't want to do it because
There was just like a negative connotation around what you became if you did web development. They were like we'd spread. It was unkind words regarding people calling themselves programmers when they made websites, and like I know HTML, therefore I'm a programmer. So there was that, and it's like knowing a scripting language. You're not a programmer, so it was really there was like a way to be a programmer, and if you didn't do it that way, then others looked down upon you. It was very judgmental, and I was very afraid of falling into that category.
of being judged. You mean?
Of being judged. I don't want to be a scrubby web developer. And still, it happened. I started learning PHP. I started learning about back-end programming.
Did you enjoy it? Was it once you actually sat down and was like, let me do this? Were you like, oh my god, this is not only easy but it's fun?
Yeah, I remember I had my very first socket communication between Python and a Python client and a PHP server, which if anybody knows what I'm talking about, that's pretty heinous. And I remember having I had like RGB LED strips. This is like almost a decade ago. RGB LED strips around my couch, around my coffee table, around my desk, around my computer, around my TV, and I wanted to remotely control it, like the RGB LEDs from my phone. And so I set up a PHP script that I was calling whenever I moved my thumb over an RGB wheel to go ahead and set the color of the LEDs. And I got to do that over...
That you wrote? Did you write the script,
Yeah.
or did you find it online or something? Or
Yeah, I wrote it.
Okay.
I'm kind of going through documentation for PHP. PHP is a pretty easy language to learn. And so I had Python was my backend. PHP was also my backend. But that was the only way I knew how to communicate from a web client to a backend. And then I only knew how to control the RGB LEDs with Python. This is when I first started learning how to write code. And I remember how excited I was to do. I was like, oh man, it's network programming. Not really, but it felt like it.
that's awesome.
And yeah, right after that, I started working with a really good friend. His name was Daniel Khajapur, and he came to America and wanted the American dream. And so he was Mr. Entrepreneur and starting businesses and doing that. And I remember when I met him, we were paintballing, and he's like, "There's something different about you. Can we get coffee or something?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" And so we started talking. He's like, "I want to do this. I want to have a web business, and I think we can make a lot of money." And I was like, "It's maybe time for me to start making some more money." So
Awesome.
I joined him in his venture to make websites for clients. WordPress, Magento, Shopify, OpenCart, whatever framework the client wanted or whatever we thought was best. And
Is he still doing that now?
no, actually, shortly after I left SD Web Solution, the company got purchased as he started working on a content management system in PHP, and it actually he had switched over clients from WordPress to his content management system. And they just couldn't look back. They said it was just so much better than using any of the other platforms. And so instead of letting him make it big, they bought him. And I'm super happy for him. That was awesome. And so he kind of did some management role over there, and now he's kind of doing more entrepreneurial stuff and living a good life.
That's cool. Did you go to Camp Pendleton when you guys played paintball?
This was Temecula.
Okay.
Jungle Forest, or no, shoot, what is it? I think it was just called the Jungle. up in Temecula, and it's really hot. But that's where we would go paintballing every once in a while.
Well, I didn't know one was there. The only one I went to was Camp Pendleton, and then there was another one. I want to say near Costa Mesa, or it starts with a C or something. I don't remember. Something Valley or something Village, something like that.
Valley sounds familiar, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah. Oh well, it's paintball.